All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are us, and this is actually a prequel, not a prologue, as I had been saying in videos past. This, I just saw the name of this. It's Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. Right. That shouldn't have happened, but it does, and that's okay. So, what's the next thing we need to do? Speak with Isha in the plaza. Right, that person. How goes the stamp collecting, CJ? Not bad, actually. Seems someone told the townsfolk to use and abuse adventurers, so they've kept me busy. They've had me catching cats, cutting trees, a particularly problematic tree in one case, so yeah, not bad. A problematic tree? What do you mean? Elaborate. A tree turned fiend. I shall have to warn the townsfolk to stay away from the woods. So, Hogan wasn't exaggerating about your strength, I see. Yeah, well, when you're out of your home at 15, you either get strong or get in the ground. Ha ha ha! Such spirit. This girl could surely take care of that other matter. Don't you think, Isha? I suppose she could. What other matter? CJ, I would appreciate your assistance in improving relations between adventurers and the townsfolk. Oh yeah? How so? With Outlander Lane having long since reached capacity, adventurers have begun squatting in the residential district. The trespassing alone would be bad enough, but there's also been reports of fires and other shenanigans. So Priya's grandpa may have a good reason to be upset after all. Matters are easily kept with a roof over one's head and food in one's belly. Unfortunately, this town does not yet have the resources to accommodate and feed outlanders. As such, I am sympathetic to their situation, more so than most. Gakto and I have been planning to build an inn and a tavern on Outlander Lane. The locations have already been decided, as have the proprietors. I would ask you to gather the materials they need, CJ. An inn and a tavern, huh? And you really think that's all it'll take to make everyone get along? Money for the town and merriment for the Outlanders. Not to mention the promise of a bed at the end of a long day in the barrows. More adventurers need more art. Yeah, more adventurers means more artifacts. More artifacts means more revenue. Everybody wins, townsfolk and Outlander alike. Money makes the world go round, as they say. You're not wrong, I suppose. And it must be a real pain for the acting mayor here having them trespassers making trouble. Even troublemakers can change. Everyone deserves a chance to shine. People, not artifacts, are our most treasured resource. Trespassers? A treasured resource? I've heard it all now! You're an odd one, that's for sure. Is there something on my face? Say no more. I'll see to it you have all you need. I am in your debt, CJ. I suggest you meet with Rajiv, the innkeeper, and Sarita, the tavern owner. They'll tell you what they need. I'm sure there's supposed to be something of interest there. I just couldn't find it. I'm sure you'll find both of them around Outlander Lane as we speak. Oh, let's just fast travel to the plaza. I couldn't figure out if it was going to be to the left or to the right, but... Wow. Using the fast travel brought me here. Does Outlander Lane not get added to the fast travel until you go there? Outlander Lane, an isolated side street which has been allocated to the recently arrived adventurers. As the face of Outlander Lane, and having seen to the opening of the tavern, inn, and various stores, Gokto can often be found there. So let's see if we can fast travel here. Yeah, now it's been added. And Sarita is the tavern owner. I was trying to remember the other person's name. I think it was Jareev with a J? Jarev? Probably better to go with Jarev. Since Jareev makes me think... makes the word feels like it starts with a G, so we'll call him Jarev. Excuse me, is this the tavern? It's in tatters. That is terrible. How many times do I have to say it? We aren't open yet. Go on now, off you go. We don't gotta drop till the place is good and ready. Or you won't get a drop. My mistake. And spare me the puns, all right? If I have to hear people of New Nevea Nevea give up one more time... You Nevea, shut up, more like. Now shoot! Enough nonsense! I'm not even old enough to drink yet. A child? Forgive me. The thirst is upon those venturers, so it is. Hungry, are you? I'd love to help, but the cupboards are bare at the moment. Oh, no, thank you. I came by because the acting mayor and Gokto asked me to help you gather materials. Oh, they did say someone would be coming to help. Wasn't expecting such a skinny little thing, though. No need to worry about me, ma'am. So, what do you need? Kitchens don't come cheap. I'll need lightweight lumber to make one worth cooking in. Leave it to me. Stay safe. I'm not using the word pet. I utterly refuse to. That takes care of the tavern, then. Oh, so I got the guy's name wrong, even though I had all of the letters. I called him Jareev. Or Jarev? Yeah, Jarev or... Regardless, it was Rajiv. Much easier. Rajiv? He's just a little further down this road. Setting up an inn is going to be a task and a half, no doubt. Thanks for the directions. I'll go help him out. I mean, after all, if you can take care of two birds with a single trip, why not? I have a bad habit of liking to jump when I'm traveling. There's really nothing here. There we go. Wow, this place is trashed. Anyway, Rajiv. Is this the inn? Welcome, welcome. This is the inn, all right, or it will be at least. Not yet, unfortunately. Unless you fancy sleeping under all that rubble. Actually, I'm not a customer. Luckily enough. The mayor and that Gokto fella asked me to swing by and see if I could help you gather some materials. Thank my lucky stars. Do you know, It's been one adventurer after another poking their heads in and giving me grief since I started setting up here. Was all set to venture out and get the goods myself, but I can't be in two places at once, can I? You sound like you run off your feet. You can say that again. So, if you wouldn't mind, some heavy stone would really get me out of a bind. No worries. I'll be back before you know it. Take care. I'll be right here when you get back. It's not like you've got anything else to do, aside from clean up that mess behind you. Seriously. Locations. When in and about the town, you can easily travel to locations that you have visited before. So yeah, that's why we couldn't access the Outlander Lane. Well, Outlander Lane, not the... from the fast travel menu because we hadn't been there before. So that makes sense. Simply hit the select button and choose where you'd like to go. Okay, but can't go that way. So am I supposed to get all of these materials from the Great Forest then? Because I mean, I farmed up a bunch of the... I don't think I can actually see... What's in the storehouse? I don't think we have anything that qualifies for what they're looking for. Ah! Objective marker. If an active quest can be completed nearby, follow the exclamation mark on your mini-map to tick it off your list. However, undiscovered locations and ordinary resources will not be displayed. It's not going to stop me from collecting them. I'm going to go ahead and save in the off chance that the game crashes or just some utterly unacceptable thing happens. I don't see a map. There it is. There we go. What's the dash on? It's not on circle. There it is. I'm just going to go ahead and rip all of this material as fast as, well, every single time I have to come through here, because why not? Mother fricking, I didn't... Really? What's the point of being able to do this? Rare stone. I pressed the dodge button. Still can't break that. Wait. Oh, we're there now. What the? I pressed the attack button. I didn't see this guy. Rear attacks. Quick step forwards to sneak behind enemies. When used wisely, this move can turn the tables on a tough fight. Not a fan of walking into enemies doing damage to you, though. I mean, as a concept, it's acceptable. But just walking into them and then you take damage, if they don't do an action that you're going to react to when you walk into them, it's kind of, it just feels bad. And I hate feeling bad. And things that feel bad. Like being able to attack twice in a row and then your attack goes on cooldown. Alright, I don't think... Oh, we can fast travel, but we need the sign. I think there's a sign this way, though. Come on. Good, 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 good. Actually, I think I could have just fast traveled directly from there to here. Here we are, just like you asked. There's some... That's a strange way to put that. Okay. I'll read it out as it's presented. You're some woman for a woman. Maybe a hot meal and a pint will put some manners on that shower of Aegis. 1,000 thanks. Here, let me stamp that card for you. Seems only right to let you have a say in the menu. What food you like? Make a katsu curry. The real spicy stuff. Make a katsu... What now? Katsu curry. Get some rice, have it swimming in spicy curry sauce, then top it off with a slab of deep-fried pork. Rice, curry, pork, is it? Not something I could just knock together. Can't have good deeds go unrewarded, though, can we? Leave it with me. I'll see what I can do. Yes! Can't wait! I wish this whole bit would be taken care of during the cutscene. That bit I'm fine with. The tavern is preparing to open. Ogre horn received? The tavern. Bring the right ingredients and Sarita will rustle you up something special. Not only will a full belly boost your stats a little, it'll restore your health too. Hey, that's nice. I'm back! I should have everything you asked for. Thank my lucky stars. Hopefully now I won't have to turn anyone else away. I won't forget this young lady. Here, have a stamp. Do come and stay when we're all set up. I'll make sure you're looked after. I'm all set for room and board, thanks. Kind of you to offer, though. Is that so? And here I am having you haul materials around. No worries. A stamp is all the thanks I need. Nah, you definitely earned more than that. I'll think about how else I could be of service. Feel free to pop by anytime, even just to say hello. I might just do that. Thanks. The inn. Rest your weary bones in preparation for your next adventure at Reggie's Inn. The large outdoor baths are said to improve your abilities for a day, too. Cool. That doesn't sound particularly useful to me right now, but who knows how things will evolve. Let's see, how many stamps have I got now? 5. Does feel nice to see it filling up. Plus, the town folks seem happy to have me around. All right, gotta go get more. What am I on about? I didn't come here to collect stamps. Phew, that was a close one. Almost got sidetracked. Wait, how many stamps did I need again? Still a lot of empty spots on this card. I don't have to fill every one of them, do I? All the good treasure will be gone by the time I get this done. Better go ask that acting mayor girl. I helped her out with the inn and tavern, after all. I did what you asked. Help get the inn and tavern up and running. Is that so? Thank you. I appreciate it. Got a question for you, if you don't mind. Just how many stamps do I need to get that explorer's license anyway? Show me your card. Wow, 5 already. You know, you're only the second person to get this far without giving up. Second? Don't tell me everyone else paid the 100,000 bakwa. Of course not. Like I said, most just quit, and the ones that don't tend to resort to more roguish methods. Bribery, for example. You dirty lying. You said I couldn't get that permit for a penny less than 100,000 bakwa. Yes, I did say that. Negotiations have to start somewhere. Hardly going to sell myself short now, am I? Besides, you're useful to have around, but I certainly can't see you becoming a member of our little community. I knew it. Rapacious was too good a word for you. Now, no need for name-calling. Let's get you that explorer's license, shall we? But, really? Of course. Rapacious as I am, I appreciate hard work. Here, you've earned it. Oh, thank goodness we only had to grab some wood and rocks. Is this real? It's not some trick, is it? It's real. Relax. Just to be clear, any bribes I may or may not have taken up to now were never for me, strictly speaking. Every coin went into maintaining this town. God knows we need it. Now then, I must warn you in advance. The town takes no responsibility for any adverse effects you may experience while mining. Any and all expenses associated with your survival must be paid for out of your own pocket. Any artifacts you find will be assessed by our authorized appraiser and taxed at 30% of their value. In the event you are unable to pay in cash, we will collect the tax through the seizure of assets. Should you find cause to criticize this system, you are welcome to leave. I would suggest, however, taking a good hard look at Outlander Lane before doing so. There is, after all, a very good reason so many Outlanders have chosen to gather here. No objections, I presume. Sign here. I've already seen Outlander Lane, haven't I? You sent me there yourself. I know. I'm just reading what's written. Policy. You're an odd one, you are. There. You're signed. Pleasure doing business with you, CJ. All right. Time to find that treasure. The room barrels can be reached through the quarry, which can be accessed via the town outskirts. And I have to walk there, of course, so no fast travel this time. A word of warning. The earthquake caused a great deal of damage. I've heard reports of fiends lurking about. Please take care and ensure you are adequately prepared before venturing inside. Fiends in the quarry, too? Might as well give them the keys to the city at this stage. Indeed. The ore the ore in that quarry is New Nevaeh's only source of revenue. With the fiends keeping us from it, we can't even rebuild after the quake. Not to mention the Margrave has all but left us for dead. We're on the brink of financial ruin. Sounds like you've been having a rough time. To save the town, I made the decision to lure adventurers like yourself here with promise of riches. Bait, if you will. Rapacious, perhaps, but it's the only way to save our town. Maybe don't use the word bait when talking about this, yeah? I implore you, CJ. Please, for the sake of our town, lend us your strength. You don't have to tell me twice. While I have you, though, I don't really have any cash on me right now. Or ever. So about that mining tax, I don't have to pay that right away, do I? It'd be easier if I could sell some stuff first. Relax, you're not the first adventurer to arrive with empty pockets. I've been looking into establishing a pawn shop. Oh! Is that what Squash meant when he said he was the authorized appraiser? No, Squash will be selling accessories. He has made his intentions to do so quite clear, so I have entrusted the pawn shop to someone else. Once it is set up, the pawnbroker will see to the deduction of tax from each and every sale. Anyone who wants to sell will be taxed for the privilege, whether they like it or not. Well, that's a relief. I think. Just a moment, please. There really is far more to do than we can handle by ourselves. Please do check the bulletin board from time to time, CJ. You'll be rewarded for a full stamp card. I can promise you that. Is that right? You've certainly changed your tune. But yeah, alright. Besides, it certainly couldn't hurt to have a few more shops around here. Well, if it is as much for your sake as it is for ours, I trust you will do your best. You can count on that. I'm coming for you, treasure. Facility basics. The town has a number of facilities, such as shops where you can bring resources to commission items and equipment. If you meet someone who would like to open a shop, helping them will expand the town's facilities even further. Stamp rewards. Fill one row of your stamp card with 10 stamps and you'll be entitled to a reward. Head on over to Hogan's Trading Post to see what you can get. I mean, filling out a row doesn't sound... Well, I mean, a row is still going to be quite the grind, but if the rewards are good, I might just be okay with that. Shop quests. Side quests involving the creation of stores and other facilities. Complete These quests will develop the town and increase the type or quality of the products and services available. Resident quests. Basically the non-facility based quests. There. Covered it in a single sentence. And the bulletin board is where you get those quests. Ta-da! Go fetch some rare nuts. I'm already done with that problem. Oh, I only have 4 of 5. You can only actually get the nuts all the way in, actually. Like, really far in. Sucks. Okay, let's go ahead and get those nuts while I don't want to say while I'm thinking about them. Oh good, we can fast travel from here. Then we can go backwards. Come on. That's right, everybody gets one. Achievement unlocked, Hopeful Hunter. That is really annoying. I'm not particularly concerned. It's unlikely we're going to actually die here, but it's still annoying to take damage for free like that. Like, I'm trying to slip behind them and I'm just taking damage instead. And like I said before, the idea of taking damage from an enemy is acceptable, but only provided that you've implemented it in a way that is acceptable. That is not acceptable. Now we have to go back to the forest approach, travel to the residential area. We travel from here, yeah. Come back here, rest so we can heal. End the day so I can get my health back. No point in using healing potions if I can recover like this. Yeah. It would have been absolutely infuriating to die like that. We need to go back to the board, turn in these nuts. I need to go talk to Manon? I think it's Manon. I have no idea. Wait. Does it tell me where Manon is? Town outskirts. So Manon is out here somewhere. Now, since this is just side stuff, there's no need to read this, as it's all fluff. We can just get the job done, and then move on quickly to the next thing, while getting stamps in the exchange. 500 XP is a level up. Achievement unlocked, the road to recovery. What's the point of the achievements if they don't, like, give you something useful? Achievements don't do anything for me. And by do anything for me, the first use, I mean grant you some sort of a title you can use that provides you with a minimal buff or equipment or something like that. The second use of useful or do anything for me is that I don't get a rush from clearing achievements in games. I see achievements for what they are, which is fluff. Needless busy work that gives you nothing. I mean, they probably have little, like, picture things I guess you can trade to stupid people. But I don't care about that. That, as I said, doesn't do anything for me. The quarry, a cavernous area rich with a large variety of ore just waiting to be mined. Earth monsters prowl the tunnels which extend deep underneath the town, leading to the recently discovered room barrows in the depths within. Whoops! I thought I was on the right side for some reason. Never seen you before. Guessing you're an adventurer here to get rich? Good guess. I'm CJ. Nice to meet you. License? Right here. Looks in order. Give me a minute to open her up. You'll have to go pretty far in to reach the barrows. The big quake really messed it all up. Tunnels are caving in left and right. So watch your step, you hear? An explorer's license is necessary to gain. Once inside, a pickaxe is all you need to gain resources and ore. Yeah, I know. So someone just left this chest here, or... This bastard shot me in the face. The audacity. So, wait. I really don't like that cooldown on her attack. Well, this is odd. At the very least, we've been gaining, change here and there from the things we've broken and enemies we've killed, so we're not completely broke, technically. Hey, maybe we'll be able to finally break these big rocks. Ah! More aftershocks. Oof, that was close. Blocked, huh? Maybe I could go around? Nope. Only way is up and over then. That didn't sound good. What the? It chipped my axe! Not gonna find any treasure like this, that's for sure. I better head back to town. That was some aftershock, wasn't it? Were you alright? Of course I wasn't alright. This massive boulder fell from overhead and blocked off the path. I even chipped this blade trying to get over it. Blocked. Can't have that. People need to get in and out of there for work. I'll go tell the acting mayor. Take care of things here, will you? Trying to adjust when I realized that the here was actually omitting the H. Ugh. That felt terrible. What a mess. Rough start, huh? If it's a blacksmith you need, there's a good one back on Outlander Lane. A smithy? Really? That's perfect. Of course, he hasn't opened up a shop yet. And why? Never mind. I've got to get this fixed, and fast. Well, yes, that's what we're going to be doing then. Oh, crap. Oh, that's it. Well, if it isn't CJ. How you doing, girl? Sorry, Hogan. No time to chat. Oh? Something up? I chipped my axe in the quarry, so I have to track down the blacksmith. Well, talk about timing. That's supposed to be funny? Whoa, why the attitude, huh? The timing really couldn't be better. You come along with me. You'll see. Are you listening to a word I'm saying? I heard you. But come on, trust me. You'll be glad you did. I'm gonna run on ahead, but don't keep me waiting now, you hear? And he's gone. Well, he sort of just wait. He sort of just slunk? No, I don't like that word. He just wandered up. Well, that's not accurate either. Alright, here I am, as requested. What was all that about then? May I present to you our one and only town blacksmith, Tatara. This is the smithy? Sure is. When it's up and running, of course. Hogan tells me you helped out down at the inn and the tavern. Don't suppose I could trouble you for a little assistance myself. Can't open up a shop until I get this furnace fired up. No problem. Need someone to fix my gear, as luck would have it. So what is it you need then? Some iron ore, if you wouldn't mind. You'll find it down the quarry among the rubble. Got it. I'll bring back as much as I can carry. So why exactly hasn't this been done beforehand then? Oh, right, because not very many actually go through with getting the stamps because, of course, there are so many of them to do. I mean, admittedly, even when I saw that it required, I think they said 10 per row, so it requires 30 to fill up the card. That's daunting. Even I found it just to be a bit much. So I can understand why apparently other adventurers just outright quit or bribed her instead. Seems my holster axes aren't strong enough to hoist me over the rocks in the quarry. Come to think of it, I have an old pickaxe I used to use. It's seen better days, but should be enough to chip out a few chunks of ore. Thanks! This is exactly what I needed. I don't know about that. You'll need something better to get really good stuff. There are lots of folks looking to set up shop around here. I think I just saw one such fella in the plaza a while ago. I wager someone will be looking to sell pickaxes. Help them get on their feet, and I'm sure they'll give you what you need. Got it. Thanks for the tip. With this item, you can break rocks and mine the resources inside of them. As you level up your pickaxe, more resources will become available for mining. Wait, no need for me to run. And back to the quarry. And then we'll beat up some rocks. We're doing way less damage. We used to do about 100. Oh yeah, they could two-shot this guy originally. I think I saw some rocks down here. Aren't any that way. Unfortunately, the clamber animation is a fixed animation, so I was going to jump, well, once with this I'm trying to, I can't even show it off. What I was trying to do was go from this and then go left immediately into climbing up this one and then up to here, but since the animation is fixed, I can't do that. Nope. I was going to try and fast travel, only to remember that I can't do that in here. And Outlander Lane. I'm back. This should be enough to get the furnace going, right? Wow, you've got an eye for the good stuff, Missy. This iron ore should do nicely. I owe you one. Here, take a stab. Oh yeah, right there, right in the vein. And now I'm sure we're going to be speaking with them again. Forgot about that. The smithy. Fortify your weapons and armor to improve their performance here with new Nevaeh's resident smithy, Tatara. Let's get that gear of yours fixed up then, shall we? No charge, of course, seeing as you helped me out. Why, thank you. Here we are. Good as new. Whoa, it looks better than new. That boulder no well, yeah. That was terrible. That boulder won't know what hit it this time. Might want to think again. Might want to think again, Missy. Rocks like the ones down the quarry are likely to chip that thing every time. What? But then... Someone went and told the acting mayor about the rock blocking the path, right? Give it a few days and she'll have it taken care of. I can't wait a few days. There must be a way through. I just have to think harder. Am I interrupting something? Well, simmer my scales. The guy from the forest. This is the smithy, ain't it? I have a sword that needs sharpening. I've got to find a better voice for this guy. Did you just pull that out of your pocket? That's some piece of work, all right. Hand it over, sir. It'd be a real pleasure to get my hands on that. I need it done quick, mate. Guru! Haven't seen you in a spell. How you been, pal? Guru, a mercenary turned adventurer drawn to the rune barrows for the treasure therein. A fierce and formidable fighter who trusts only the sword in his hand and the coin in his pack. So he's got a dimensional pocket then. And I missed that he said he had been busy. Friend of yours? He's a merc from my hometown. Never thought I'd see him around these parts, though. A merc? Hogan, tell them more than his mother, why don't you? Hey, take it easy, pal. Just excited to see an old friend is all. What business you got with a sword like that? Don't tell me you're thinking of joining the town guard. Nope. Going down the rune barrows. Well, if there's the barrels you're bound for, you should tag along with CJ. Huh? Me? Why? My old pal and his comically large sword will make short work of that boulder, I reckon. Oh, right! I got no interest in babysitting, all right. She doesn't even look toilet trained. Babysitting? I'm remarkably mature for my age. Everyone at home says so. Ask any of them. And I was toilet trained by 1.5, I'll have you know. That's what my grandmother told me, so speak for yourself. What's happening here? Something about a toilet train? Hey, knock it off. People are starting to talk. Are you touched in the head? Don't you have an ounce of shame? Shame? Ha! Left that in my jewelry box back home. Doesn't suit me at the moment. Who's ever heard of a shameful scavenger? No one. Scavenger? Like a rat? More like a treasure hunter. She's just a little modest about it, is all. This brat, a treasure hunter. She said she's here to find a humongous lens. Humongous lens? What's that? It's mine. That's all you need to know about it. Besides, there ain't a treasure around that my clan couldn't find. We got a rite of passage back home. Can't go back till I find a treasure bigger than that of what my ancestors found. Out the door at 15, not to return till I've got something special to show for myself. So I've been getting real good at scavenging, honing my skills. My pop, he pulled a massive raw lens from the belly of a fiend. So I have to get an even bigger one. One the likes of which has never been seen. Ah, a colorful bunch. As expected. So this rite of passage, then, you're doing it now? Yup. So I was right. Barely toilet trained. Hi! We already talked about that! Alright, calm down, you two. No need to get so worked up. She may not look like much, but CJ here is a real tough cookie. First time we met, I witnessed her beat the stuffing out of some bandits with my own 2 eyes. Really saved my skin. She won't slow you down, Nut. You have my word on that. CJ, huh? If I needed a partner, and that's a big if, mate. Why her? Plenty of adventurers round here, ain't there? What's she talking about, huh? Humongous lens. Easy. You should pick me because there ain't no better treasure hunter around. That's why. Cocky, ain't you? Fair enough. Partners. That's the spirit. So you'll be apologizing then, I take it. CJ's been toilet trained since 1.5. Nice and loud for everyone to hear. What, mate? Come on now, Guru. You're gonna let your pride get in the way of a good partnership? Chin up. Ain't no shame in it. Why should I have to? Fine. Have it your way. CJ's been toilet trained since 1.5. Bit louder. CJ's been toilet trained since 1.5. And once more for good measure. CJ's been toilet trained since 1.5. And again. Now that that's all cleared up, I'm CJ. Nice to meet you, Guru. Sure. Well, at least you two are finally getting along. Here, it's always good to go. Thanks. Think we've wasted enough time, don't you? Come on. Lead on. Party members. Inside the dungeons, different characters can perform useful actions. Switch between them when necessary. And normal mode, attack button, simple mode, characters, switch. Okay, I get it. Boulder blockades. Occasionally, the path ahead may be blocked by large boulders. Guru's greatsword can make short work of them, so smash on through and keep adventuring. And in the picture there, you'll also see that that's the boulder that's in the cave that you can get to going through the Great Forest, which is where I was going to go until I remembered just now that we're about at the hour mark, and that's where we've got to stop for today because because that's just the way things are. So we'll continue with this and then we'll end the video as per usual. Link attack. Switching characters at exactly the right time after landing an attack will trigger a powerful link attack. In simple mode, link attacks are triggered automatically by consecutive attacks. Time it right to deal a huge amount of damage. So we have normal mode, battle with full control over character attacks in this intense action-oriented mode. This can be changed at any time in the game settings menu. And simple mode, let your party make the calls in this one-button attack mode for players who want a simpler experience. Babies, for example. Naturally, we're going with normal mode. Alright, actually we can fast travel to the residential district. I actually think we should end the day first. And then maybe we'll head back to the plaza to see if there's any more... if the bulletin board's been updated. I would still need to come here to save, though, wouldn't I? Crap. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save, and then we'll head to the plaza anyway. Whew, ladies and gentlemen, it's definitely been a video, hasn't it? I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back on, this is going up Thursday. So, we'll see you guys again on Tuesday for our next episode. Hopefully there will be a few less... Ooh. Round up some rations. Get saver caps in the Great Forest. I haven't gotten a single one. I actually have to go to the woods anyway, so I should probably just go ahead and pick this up. This guy's in the plaza right now. Pretty sure, yeah, this is him. So he just wants us to pick mushrooms from the forest to use as rations in case they ever need to escape town. Mycology Primer, a beginner's guide to mushroom foraging. With this item, you can identify different types of mushrooms as you find them within the dungeons. They can be used to make cuisine. Nice. And then we have Soothing a Singer's Sore Throat. Nice alliteration. Collect... Oh, we can actually turn this one in right now. Maybe we can get a level up. Jean is in Outlander Lane. Since I read out the quest name, it's pretty obvious what they want, what she wants. And we actually have enough of it too, so we can turn that in immediately. One step closer to getting that 10 stamp reward. Oh, we didn't level up off of that. Why am I walking? Color me surprised. So, I've been playing, well, I can't actually talk about Black Desert Online. We're very close to ending the video, aren't we? All we have to do is save and then get you guys out of here. But I've been playing it quite a bit. Black Desert Online, of course. And, frankly, I've just stopped playing it entirely until the next season starts because I want to level another character. I don't particularly care about what the point of the seasons are right now. I just wanted to find a character I really like. I started with the Shy, but it's not as fun as I was hoping. The healing is unimpressive and I'm just not having as much fun as I thought I would. Or didn't have as much fun as I thought I would. Anyway, that's an issue for another video. Oh, Guru is already at level 7. So everyone levels... Okay, everyone has their own XP bar. Got it. Weird, but I got it. Alright. That's going to do it for us. Again, for those interested, we will be uploading another episode next Tuesday. And so with all that said, we will see you next time.
Peace.